My name is Andrew.
This is Jimmy, and here are the stories for April.
From basketball to badminton, ICS has always provided students with a wide array of sports programs. But lately, it has come to notice that some students are dissatisfied with the lack of attention athletic programs receive in comparison to the support that the fine arts have been getting. Natalie So will be giving us a more thorough look on the issue.
I made it up the stairs. So, what do you think about the sports program at ICS?
It's not as good as the music program. That's all I'm going to say.
I think the school could be a little bit more enthusiastic about supporting the sports programs.
Do you think it's because ICS prioritizes some programs over others?
Yeah, it's like the whole NHS thing where they get a whole ceremony, but athletes don't get a ceremony at all, or like a really crap one.
Do you think there could be more recognition for athletes?
I really do. The NHS has their own day, music concerts have their thing. You know, it used to be sports had banquets, and they would have special speakers, everybody get dressed up, eat fancy, and they'd give out awards on that day. It was really a great idea. I think they should start that again.
Well, I think that traditionally, from what I know, ICS has been strong in arts and academics, but I think that times change, and if there's enough students that feel like they need more support in sports and getting recognition, then I think as teachers and as a school, we should support them.
What is your opinion on the open gym/fitness room policy at ICS?
I guess it kind of makes sense because some people come in and they mess around and they get injured, so then the school would be sued or something. But at the same time, it's kind of frustrating because I want to work out, but then I get kicked out, even though I've been here for like 4 years.
When I think about it, it's there for a reason, to keep students safe. You don't want someone having an accident, and if you don't know how to lift weights, you can actually hurt yourself.
I guess like students could then also sign a contract with the parents or something saying that if they're injured, it's their responsibility, not the school's.
If someone has an accident or anything like that, there has to be somebody there responsible. So if you don't have an adult in here, then the school is in trouble.
I know what we can do. Let's get rid of detention.
I agree.
And then that's 2 days after school, and then you could just have your gym.
That's a good one. We might put that in there.
Let's make nobody tardy, ever.
The seasons come and go, and so do the teachers at ICS. This year, Mrs. Chang says her farewell before she makes her departure at the end of the school year. Nick Hefner has a talk with Mrs. Chang about her time at ICS. Let's take a look.
Hello everyone, my name is Nick Hefner, and I'm here with one of the greatest math teachers ICS has ever had, Mrs. Chang.
Oh, hello.
She says hi. So, Mrs. Chang, would you just please quickly let us know how long you've been at ICS and what classes you teach?
I've been with ICS for 5 to 7 years, depending on how you count it. I started about 7 years ago.
And your classes?
I teach, I've taught all the math classes except calculus. So right now I'm teaching AP statistics, geometry, and pre-calc.
Thank you. So, what are your plans for the future and why are you leaving ICS? I'm just gonna switch.
I am leaving ICS, well, pretty much for family reason. My parents are pretty old, so I need to be more available to take care of them. But I do plan to return to my home in Texas, that plant some vegetable and get myself a camper so I can drive around and travel and camp.
So, what will you miss most about ICS when you leave?
All of you. I'll miss the students. I think the students are great. I think the staff are great. I think Mr. Van Tassel is wonderful. I'll miss him too. And I think all the math department people are great. So we have the best department.
So, out of all your years of teaching, was there one class that you enjoyed teaching particularly, significantly more than others? Our stats class, for example.
Of course, I think statistics is one of my favorite classes, but I enjoy teaching geometry as well. Okay.
So, of all your years here, I'm sure you've come up with a lot of memories from ICS. Do you have any, I don't know, some favorite memories from your years here?
A lot of good memories are food related, of course. We are the first geometry class that introduced sushi geometry, right? And then statistics class, we eat M&Ms and we do Oreos and so. Yeah, it's a lot of food related. I love food. So.
And I love being given food by Mrs. Chang in stats class. So from all of us here at ICS and ICS News, we would like to thank Mrs. Chang for being a great teacher, and we wish her luck in her future. Oh, stay cool, ICS.
For the last several years, ICS has had the opportunity to welcome teachers' newborn babies into the world, and this year is no different. From the swine hearts to the wards, we offer you an in-depth look into the pregnancies at ICS. We now go to Cho.
Having my baby, what a lovely way of saying how much you love me. You're having my baby, what a lovely way of saying what you think.
All right, here we are with Mr. Schwein, who is expecting his first child. So, how do you feel about this whole occasion?
Well, there's a lot of emotions going into figuring out, how to prepare for our first child.
Excited, a little bit nervous because it's I've never had a kid before, and so I'm excited, but I still need to figure out a lot of things.
Very exciting, and it's going to be pretty crazy in the house when the number 2 is born.
Now that this is your second child, do you feel more prepared to, take it on?
No, actually, I feel less prepared. I think pregnancy-wise it's the same, but now we have 2 of them, which means I have to do a lot of work. The way it stands now is if I get exhausted, my wife loves spending time with Jonah, so I can just kind of escape for a few minutes and go outside or go watch a movie or something for a little bit, and she'll just play with him. But now that's not going to happen.
Do you know if it's a boy or girl?
We do. We are going to have a boy.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we found out it's a boy.
I don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, and I think we're gonna find out maybe in a couple of weeks.
Have you thought of any names for the child?
We're going back and forth with names. Definitely Cho is at the top of our list.
I think if it's a boy, we'll name him Cho.
Well, Cho Chan would sound awesome.
First, I was thinking of Chantel or Trichomacaceous, but Mrs. Ward didn't like any of those, so I think we might go with a name maybe like Finn or Phineas or Finnegan, something like that.
Have you thought of Cho?
I have thought of Cho. It was at the top of my list in my top 10, but then I realized that I don't really want my child to be a babe magnet or anything. So
we call the baby Appleseed right now. So that's the name that we have for him.
So that was the update on the upcoming babies at ICS. Looks like we're gonna have a bunch joining us next year. This has been Cho for ICS News.
Well, that is it for this month's report at ICS News.
This has been Andrew.
And this has been Jimmy. Thank you for watching.
Stay tuned for our next update.